Daddy Dab has been an inspiration, and he's provided me with hope. He's also provided me with a great opportunity to be an ambassador of hope, something that I never thought I could be. A little background: I met Dab about a decade ago at a World AIDS Day event, and I saw this man carrying a bear, and I thought, that's odd. And he said, well, honey, this isn't just any bear. This is Dab the AIDS bear. And he explained to me what Dab the AIDS bear is. Many times at Positive Living, I have traveled with Dab the AIDS bear, and I have had the wonderful opportunity of taking photos of many individuals here at Positive Living with the bear. And it's an honor. And it's an honor to also provide hope. And I thank you, Dab. I love you, Daddy Dab.
In 2002, I met Richard Garner. Who would have known that encounter meeting with him would change in the next 15 years of my life? He pushed me to do things that I never thought I could do. Hearing him tell his stories about the bear, knowing that this bear gave so much hope to so many. The words of wisdom that he gave not only me but other advocates in the community, that you have to be the voice for those without one. There are so many people that have passed before you. You have to let the next generation know what it means to be an advocate, to speak out for all of those that he's lost. I never would have thought in 2003 that this man I met that needed some assistance, I was going out to help, would become not only my best friend, but my hero in life. There's not a day goes by that we don't talk about what he's doing, how much he's giving, how much I'm getting on to him for giving too much sometimes, because it's a hard time understanding and knowing when to say no. But an advocate that really tirelessly gives to everyone everything that he has. That's what Dab Garner is. And that's what he's been for so many over the last 30 plus years. And I'm happy because not only did I gain a best friend that day, but I truly gained a hero that I know everyone looks up to. Thank you.
Dab Garner. What can I say about Daddy Dab Garner? He's one of the first activists that I've actually met online, and he gave me a sense of being an activist for the first time. He allowed me just to take a picture with something. It was something simple, something that allowed me to engage in conversations with people. I would travel with the bear to all my different conferences, and people would ask me, what's the bear? And all the little kids would point at it, and I would then share the story of where Dab the AIDS bear came from. And it allowed me to talk about HIV to people who may not be familiar with it or may not be comfortable with speaking about it. But a little teddy bear, how could you not want to talk about that?
When I first met Dab, not Dab Garner himself, but Dab the AIDS bear, he was like my best friend. And it's funny because I started to disclose and become open about my status first with the AIDS bear. And it was kind of wild because on Facebook I thought the bear was actually the person that was inboxing me and messaging me back. Before I realized that Dab Gardner was a real person, I thought it was really the bear that might have been inboxing me. But all jokes aside, Dab and this project with the AIDS bear gave me the strength to be open and forthright about my status. I saw how he had united a whole community of people through a bear. I would go to conferences and see these people with these bears, and I'm like, what the hell is going on with the bears? What's the thing with the bears? And then I realized that the bear was really a part of us. It was a part of us saying, speak out, speak up, be fierce in your advocacy. And then I became to really love Dab. Ain't that right, Dab? But thank you, Dab Gardner, for giving me this wonderful piece of myself that I thought I had lost when I became diagnosed with HIV. Now I have gained my life back through you and what you've done with Dab the AIDS Bear. Thank you.
Hi. One of the most wonderful men in the world, the most caring and compassionate person I know. I've known him almost, I would say about 20 years. Jacksonville, Florida, that's where I met him. He cared for people. I remember, just have to tell you a story about him. In the early days for me, 92, 93, there were a group of people that took care of other people who, they were HIV positive and sick, but they were taking care of other people that were HIV positive and sick. I know everyone talks about the bear, which is a great conversation starter and to help other people, but he did other things too in the community. He gave of himself, so when people were sick and dying, he went to the laundromat for them. The grocery store was taken care of, or just sit with them a few hours during the day. Sometimes that's all it takes to care for someone else. This person is a man among men, definitely. Thank you.
Hi, Dab. I just want you to know how much you mean to me. You've been one of the great mentors of my life. Long before I was aware of Dab the AIDS Bear, I knew the power of the teddy bear. When I lost my friend Tivis, my partner, my family, my friends tried to comfort me. And as much as they tried, there was still something missing in my life. And I remember going and buying a teddy bear, and I named it Tivis. And that bear knows my deepest, darkest secrets. That bear's heard more of my stories, dried more of my tears, and there's power in the teddy bear. For somebody that collects teddy bears, and I have over 200, my favorite one though, besides the Tivis bear, is Dab the AIDS Bear, and I'm proud to be an ambassador. I've traveled through many states and other countries with Dab. Probably one of the biggest honors was to carry him to the White House. And I just can't tell you enough how much your story has changed lives, how much your vision has contributed to the quality of life for so many people, and the fact that you continue through all your own challenges to be there first and foremost for others. And I just love you, man. You are just my hero. Thank you.
So hi, Dabs. I just wanted to say, 5 years ago, when I first came to Positive Living Conference, I met you. And I think a lot of people can say that you have been an inspiration to many people, me for one. That's where I bought my first Dabs Bear. I went back to Nashville after that and became an ambassador of hope. I traveled all over Nashville taking pictures with people holding Dabs the AIDS Bear, with Dabs the AIDS Bear sitting on monuments, just everywhere. Everywhere I went, I took Dabs the AIDS Bear. So I just want to say thank you for all you've done. Thank you for making such a difference in so many people's lives, and we all love you.
Hey Dad, this is Rick Vitale, and it's a very, very, very nice day in our neighborhood right now because we're thinking about you and all the hard work that you've done for a lot of children in this world. And we truly appreciate the lives that you touched and the lives that you touch every day. So it makes me very, very, very happy that when we talk about Dabs the AIDS Bear, that we're talking about a lot of love. And that's what we have for you. Thanks, Dab.
Hi, I'm Jack, and Dab Garner is a wonderful man who does Dab the AIDS Bear, which is a wonderful campaign, and when I heard about it, I had to be a part of it because it helps children that otherwise are affected by the virus of HIV and AIDS. And it's a great campaign to help children have a Christmas party and or Christmas gifts that otherwise would not have it because either they or their parents have the virus. And it's so easy. By getting a bear, we can help the campaign, and it makes that much more of a difference at the end of the year for their parties. So big hug, Dab. Love you. You're a great man, and thank you for having this campaign. Thank you.
All right, so I just wanted to mention about Richard Dab Garner. I met him through the Dab the AIDS Bear project, and I finally heard his story a few years ago. I sort of knew a little bit about him, and I just think Dab is so incredibly awesome. All of the wonderful things he did. He started off in San Francisco with his partner in the early 80s, and Dab the AIDS Bear project came out of his desire to help people who were initially diagnosed with AIDS in the early days of the epidemic. They were kept in isolation, they were kept alone, they had nobody that could come and visit them, and he and his partner had started to deliver stuffed animals so they would have something to hold them, something to give them some comfort since they didn't have the ability to have human contact. And it was a very sad time in the history of America, the history of the world. We've had so many advances, and it's people like Dab who've made the difference to show that people with HIV were people who need to be hugged, were people who need to be loved, were people that love other people. And that project evolved from the commitment he and his partner had. They had adopted a child, and they were taking care of her. And apparently, as the story was told to me by Richard as he gave a speech one time, the young girl who was born to an HIV positive mom could not say the word dad. And so she referred to him as Dab, and that's how Dab the AIDS Bear project started. So it was just so incredible and so inspirational when I heard him actually give the speech. And so it was so wonderful to actually get to meet him. Dab's been one of my heroes, as many people at the Positive Living Conference have been so inspirational, so heroic. So I just love Dab so much.